This is Dabu7, and I want to share with you guys here some big information. I think that it's bombshell information, just as big as the announcement when we first heard about Jade Helm and the whole plan for what they want to do there with mastering the human domain. Now come across information here that U.S. Central Command, or the Special Ops Command, has a plan here that's been laid out, and I have a document PDF I'm going to share with you guys so you can read through it. It's rather lengthy, but it goes through step by step the plan that they have laid out that's entitled ARSOF Operating Concept 2022. As you can see right here, it was put out in September of 2014. And the first question is it tied to Jade Helm? Well, it looks to be in every way, because if people are concerned about Jade Helm at all, they should be very concerned about this right here. Now I'm going to run over some of the details here. And like I said, leave a link to this PDF so you guys can see it for yourself. But Special Ops Command seeks to operationalize the homeland. They state that informationally aware, smartphone-enabled urban populations and their satisfaction or lack of satisfaction with local, regional, and even global conditions present a challenge for the military. And this brings up the question, is Jade Helm part of this plan to operationalize the CONUS base? That's his plan. Now, all the recent military activities across the country have stirred concern among all kinds of citizens, and rightfully so. The newest reports show that 45% of voters are concerned that the government will use U.S. military training in its operations to impose greater control over at least some states. Now, one of the largest exercises to ever be conducted here in the United States is set to start going down this year, 2015, July 15th, and it is titled Jade Helm. And in that, they talk about mastering the human domain. That was first put out there by All News Pipeline. Then I did a story about it. Then later, other platforms came along and tried to claim they put it out first because they have a big name, but they did not. Fact of the matter is this: the military is seeking to gain a full spectrum picture of the everyday lives of everyone. And they're going to take this information and put it into a data matrix and keep this on key populations. Now, Lieutenant General Charles Cleveland, he is the commander of Special Operations. He is directing this exercise. Now, this has been confirmed by other people, but they say that the strategy in this document states and outlines how they seek to establish a worldwide network of military influence to be able to gather key intelligence on key populations, and also to contain, and you have to pay attention here, they want to contain what they're calling non-state actors. Everyday people out here, you just remember that. Also, empowered individuals, militias, and other irregular threats. Now, the document emphasizes the global nature of this threat, noting, and this is very important, noting that the conflict, there's a conflict coming that they're talking about constantly in this. But they're saying that this conflict that is coming will effectively erase the borders. This is huge. Everything I've talked about with Mexico, the depletion of the border, the way everything's going, They have a plan here, is what I'm trying to tell everyone. And it's laid out right here. They put it out themselves in plain sight. And look at the eye. You see the sword? In this, it looks like the serpent eye. In this. And this is real deal. This is part of their plan here. Now, this is from Cleveland himself. He says he sees an unstable world in the future that will require the capability of a capable military force. He notes that the major global social, political, informational, and economical trends underway are going to bring competition between non-states and nation states. He also continues stating that the battle space of the future will occur in urban terrain, and that is key. He says that these forces are intertwined and compete for relative superiority over physical, cognitive, and moral security. Also, to have adequate governance of key populations. A competition, they say, that will increasingly occur in military significant urban terrain. Do you see what they're saying here? They're saying there's going to be competition from different military factions in key population areas for them to take control of. They're admitting this, and all of this is going to go down by 2022. Now, he says in this multipolar world, non-state actors, regular people out here, which is what they're going to label you, domestic terrorists, non-state actors with access to the internet and other communications will be able to influence each other and other people around the globe. Now, this 2022 document elaborates the significant difference there will be that they're going to have to contend with this ability from these non-state actors to defend themselves and to influence others. They also say attack there. So they're already trying to say that these people are going to pull off an attack. Now, this is the kicker, and I'll leave a link so you guys can read the rest. They say to counter these threats that special operations will utilize various technologies, including electronic warfare, directed energy, space, robotics, unmanned vehicles, and low visibility stealth technology. Now, perhaps the most sensational portion of the whole document comes from the statement that Special Operations wants to operationalize the CONUS base, meaning the continental United States. And what do they want to do? General Cleveland's strategy is to utilize civilian assets to support deployed soldiers. That, to me, is bombshell. That goes against posse comitatus of housing soldiers. He states it. The strategy is to utilize civilian assets to support deployed soldiers. The plan seeks to utilize non-governmental agencies, think tanks, and other U.S. government agencies to support special operations and their goals of containing the threat of VEOs, which are violent extremist organizations, and non-state actors or other irregular threats. The language of this document puts it right there on the wall. The writing is on the wall with this. This is a big document containing a lot of different information. I tried to go over it the best I could here as quickly as possible, but I'll leave a link to the PDF. You guys can tear into it. You guys heard it here first. This ARSOF Operating Concept 2022 in motion right now. So is it connected to Jade Helm? Yeah. It's the bigger picture, literally beyond Jade Helm. What I was talking about in the other videos, what you see right now, the military buildup that you're seeing going down right now that has no name to it, all these smaller exercises, everyone's seeing it. And Jade Helm is yet to even begin. Well, now you know what's going on. It's all part of this Operating Concept 2022. I'll leave links. This has been Dabu7. And this is Illuminati.